So, you've been working your ass off in the gym, but have not been seeing any results, and you might be wondering, maybe it's my diet that is a contributing factor to this. Well, it probably is. Or perhaps you just wanted a deeper understanding of nutrition for your health and just your overall well-being. You must know that nutrition plays a huge impact on how you feel, your physical appearance, and how you perform, whether that be in calisthenics, the gym, or just any other sport that you do. Besides that, great nutrition is also very important for other aspects in life, like for example, cognitive performance. But for the sake of this video, we're just going to keep it to how a good diet is going to help you to build muscle and make you progress faster. While I personally engage in calisthenics, the things that I will be saying today will be applicable to all sports. Many people dedicate a lot of time and effort into their training. Initially, progress might come quite easily, which is commonly known as newbie gains. You might have heard about this term before. During this phase, the body still responds well to the new stimulus that comes from exercise, and muscle growth will occur rapidly. However, as time passes, this rapid progress will start to slow down and eventually come to a halt where the muscle building has reached a standstill. Now, this is where the role of proper nutrition comes into play. When you first start out in fitness, it's common to focus on the training aspect of it all and neglecting the diet side a bit. While this method will work in the short-term period, it will not be sustainable in the long term. Because to continue the muscle growth and to break through that plateau, you need to understand the fundamental principles and be able to of a good nutrition and be able to implement them into your daily life. That's why in this video I will be providing you the essential insights, nothing more, just a quick crash course of the things that you should know before starting fitness. So the first step of your nutritional journey will be to define your goal. Whether it's losing weight, gaining weight, or maintaining your weight, they all have to do with calories, the amount of calories that you consume on a daily basis. Calories are units of energy that your body gets out of the food and beverages that you consume, and it is the fuel that powers your body's functions, not just the movements, but also just staying alive and making sure that your organs are working properly. If your objective is to shed a few pounds to lose weight, you gotta be in a caloric deficit. This means eating less calories than you are burning. On the other hand, if you want to gain weight, then you need to be in a caloric surplus, eating more calories than you're burning per day. Now, finding the right caloric balance can be hard, seeing as it depends on a lot of factors like your height, your body's composition, your physical activity, and your metabolic rate, of course. To start, you can get a rough estimate of some online tools that will allow you to calculate your BMR, which is your balsamic metabolic rate. This means the amount of calories that your body burns just by being alive in rest. For a better picture, you can also invest in one of these, a smartwatch that can track your caloric expenditure. While not perfectly accurate, I found that for me, at least, it tracked it pretty accurately. However, if this does not work for you, there's still a last resort, which is trial and error, where you're just gonna have to eat a specific amount of calories a day and then see how your body reacts to it. If you gain weight, lose weight, or maintain it, and throughout a couple of weeks, you will be able to about estimate what your caloric maintenance is at. Now, we've only talked about how to measure your caloric expenditure. Now, to measure your caloric intake, I highly advise you to use a calorie tracking app. I know it's really freaking annoying to have to input every single thing that you eat, but eventually you will start to memorize how many calories are in the stuff, and you will be able to just do the math inside of your head and you won't need the app anymore. So trust me, just use it in the beginning. It's really tedious, but it's super useful. MyFitnessPal is one that I used when I started out. I'll leave the link down below. You can check it out. It's free. Now let's dive into the 3 primary sources in which your calories can come from, also known as macronutrients or macros. Whenever you engage in physical training, your muscles get put under a lot of stress, which creates tiny microscopic muscle tears into them, and protein plays a crucial role into repairing and fortifying these damaged muscle fibers. Your body's objective is not only to repair, but also to fortify these muscles so that the next time they get put under stress, they will be more resilient. So the next time you go visit the exact same exercise, it might feel a bit easier because your muscles have grown back stronger because of protein. To sustain this process, you will need an adequate amount of protein each day. Generally, it's recommended to have like 1.2 to 1.7 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight, which is that many pounds. I don't really know the conversion rate out of my head. Something that could help you out is to add a protein source into every meal of the day so that the amount of protein that you have to eat in a day will be spread out more evenly and will be easier to manage. Consider adding protein-rich foods into your diet like eggs, red meats, white meats, milk, fish, nuts, yogurt, and many more. If you find it challenging to meet your protein needs through whole foods alone, you can also try supplements like protein powder, for example. So, the second source of where your calories can come from are carbohydrates. Carbs are your body's primary and most efficient source of energy. Your carbohydrate intake significantly influences the duration and endurance of your workouts. There's the distinction to be made between simple sugars and complex carbs, where complex carbs offer distinct advantages. First off, they consist of long chains of sugar molecules that take longer to break down, which will result into a more consistent release of energy and will also help to maintain a good blood sugar level. Complex carbs are typically also rich in fibers, which will give you a sense of fullness and will help you be able to control your appetite more. On the other hand, simple carbs, such as found in candy bars for example, will result in rapid spikes and drops in your blood sugar levels. These fluctuations often leave you feeling hungry again after like 30 minutes and craving for more sugar. To incorporate them into your diet, consider foods like rice, potatoes, sweet potatoes, pasta, bread, and also don't forget your veggies and fruit, as they also contain complex carbs as well as fiber. And then the third and final macronutrient, which are fats, often misunderstood as a villain. However, they play an important role in regulating your hormonal functions, being able to absorb vitamins, enhancing insulin sensitivity, and therefore reducing the risk of getting type 2 diabetes, provided you choose the right fats, of course. When it comes to dietary fats, try and find sources that contain omega-3 fatty acids and omega-6 fatty acids, which are known for their positive impact on brain functions, skin, hair growth, bone health, etc. On the other hand, it's advisable to avoid overconsumption of trans fats, commonly found in processed foods and fast food, as well as baked goods. These have been linked to adverse health effects like an increased risk of heart disease, for example. The best sources of these healthy fats can be found in olive oil, nuts, avocado, fatty fish, seeds, and dark chocolate as well. It is worth noting though that however fats are essential, they are also the most calorically dense out of the three macronutrients, meaning that you should consume them in moderation and also be mindful of portion sizes. A balanced diet includes a variety of these healthy fatty sources, which will not only support your health, but they're also just delicious. I mean, who doesn't like them? Alright, now that we have covered the macronutrients, I lastly want to give you guys a couple of tips to improve your diet and boost your performance. Tip number 1, prioritize whole foods as they are rich in essential nutrients like vitamins, minerals, and antioxidants. It also keeps you full for longer and is low in added sugars and salt, unlike processed foods. Besides that, you also want to stay hydrated, which is essential for optimal performance, as it allows you to sweat more and so your body is able to control its temperature better. It also lessens muscle cramps and increases endurance, as it allows you to maintain a better electrolyte balance during exercises. Furthermore, it also reduces the risk of injury as it keeps your joints well lubricated. So overall, just really important to stay hydrated. Generally drink at least 3 liters a day. Tip number 3, having balanced macronutrients in your diet. This allows you to get the benefits of energy supply, muscle repair and growth, hormonal regulation, and also cognitive ability. People also underestimate how much the timing of your eating matters. Spreading them out will lead to better blood sugar levels, metabolism and energy, appetite control, and overall athletic performance. And then the last tip I want to give you is to sometimes just take a distance from all those calorie tracking apps and just have periods where you listen to your body, as it promotes self-awareness. Understanding your natural appetite signals can be useful to differentiate between cravings and emotional triggers and true hunger. You could try out intuitive eating, promoting a healthy relationship with food. And then one last important thing that I want to say is that I just described how the perfect dietary life would look like, but in reality, I'm not perfect, definitely not. Every now and then, exceptions really, they are okay. Eat that donut or pizza, go on that holiday for a week and eat total crap, have a couple of beers with your friends. It really doesn't matter as long as it doesn't become a habit. A perfect dietary life is something that you should strive for but never fully achieve, as food is really important in my life, so make sure to live it as well a bit. So that's about it. I can go into way much more detail about every topic, but I feel like I've given you guys the most fundamentalistic principles to be able to start your journey. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If so, please leave a like and a subscribe is always appreciated. If you have any questions, you can leave them down in the comments below. And I will see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.